My goodness, the Wizards really want to be a part of this offseason. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nonstop Steph, and I want to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on the CP3 Jordan Poole trade and what that really means for the NBA coming into this next season, guys. My immediate thoughts is to first talk about the Warriors and say that this is a I see a lot of people saying that this was a bad trade for the Warriors, and for me, it's a positive. I understand that, Jordan Poole wasn't great to end this, in the playoffs. He wasn't the greatest player. He didn't meet his potential. But if you are the uh, Warriors, I'm looking at this as addition by subtraction. So obviously, the locker room issues that many people have talked about when it came to Jordan Poole, obviously ever since the whole Draymond incident. So I think that it's addition by subtraction because you got rid of that issue. I do think that also helps the salary issues that they're facing in re-signing Draymond and Clay, because as of right now, starting this year and moving forward is when Jordan Poole's 30 million would have begun, versus CP3 is on the tail end of his contract, and that means much sooner they would have salary cap to continue to pay Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. So I do see this first and foremost as a business move, and then also, of course, as a locker room move. So I think that they did what they needed to do, so that way they will be able to re-sign Klay Thompson and Draymond. That was my first instinct when I saw this trade. Second of all, when it comes to the actual fit of CP3 on this team, I don't think that it's the greatest fit. I think that's obvious. There's a lot of movement and there's a lot of high-paced play when you're watching the Warriors, and a lot of that's driven by Stephen Curry. I don't see that being the case. Now, if you want to say that he's obviously going to log some minutes with the starting unit, um, that's going to slow down the pace. I think he's going to be primarily in charge of leading this second unit. And if you look at what CP3 has been able to do, even on the Suns when he was playing with Bismack Biyombo rather than DeAndre Ayton, he has a gift at being able to make whatever big play great in the pick and roll. Doesn't matter where you look, no matter who the big has been, that player has looked great alongside with CP3. So I think that this does strengthen their bench unit and bench performance because, again, what he's going to be able to do with Jonathan Kuminga and whoever is, Moody and all of them, right? I think he's going to be able to elevate their play, which was a big concern throughout the playoffs. Throughout the playoffs, we were constantly just saying, man, if only Stephen Curry had some level of health. I don't think you're going to see the same issues of, oh my goodness, CP3 is not performing well, as you were saying when it came to um, Jordan Poole. Now, do I think he's going to outplay Jordan Poole throughout the regular season? No. I don't expect CP3 to average 20 points or anything like that. But this does give a little bit less turnover, on the team. This does clean up a lot of the locker room issues. And I think that this is also really good for CP3's career because I think he gets to just go ahead and just end his, if this is the final stop of his career, I think he's going to be able to end his career in a competitive situation in a way that we might actually enjoy. Do I think this makes the Warriors the number one team going into this upcoming season? The answer is no, no, not at all. I don't think this move made them better than the Nuggets, but I don't think that they're done. I think they've got more moves to make. First and foremost, obviously, with the re-signing of Draymond and Clay, starting there, once they've got that foundation resettled in, I wouldn't be surprised if by the trade deadline we're talking about trading out CP3 again. I really don't want to see that because I don't think it's a good idea to spend half the season with CP3 and another half without. I think that they're at least going to hang on to him throughout the year. But if between now and then there might be another move that they might find to make that would at least help finish making this team a true championship contender. And in my opinion, they are not there today. Maybe I should reword that. Of course, they're a contender because if you're the Warriors and you have Stephen Curry, you're never not a contender. You're always going to be a contender as long as you have him on your team and he's healthy to play. But I don't think that he's going to be able to lift them to the level that I think that we want to actually see him get to, right? So, anyways, in regards to the Wizards, man, if I'm Jordan Poole, I'm celebrating for a couple reasons. So he's young, his extension kicks in now, and if you look at what Kyle Kuzma was for them this past year, I don't expect him to re-sign. but I have no knowledge of it, right? But let's just say he does not re-sign with them. He is clearly going to be the guy, and his value might actually skyrocket, right? And that might be what the Wizards are gambling on, because let's just say his value goes down. It is what it is. He's going to be there. You do have, everybody knows about a salary cap, but there's also a salary floor. You do have to pay your guys. You have to have some level of salary, right? So if you're going to be paying anybody, you might as well pay the 24-year-old. I think that's his age. But yeah, you might as well pay the young guy on the squad who's only going to get better, and allow him to be the single star, if you want to call him a star, and let him develop. Like, he's only going to get better. This does not make Jordan Poole a worse player. You know, the stars don't shine that bright when you're looking at Washington right now. So he's got a lot of opportunity to just, refine his game, become a better player, with a lot less expectation on him than he would have when he was playing on the Warriors. So I think this is great for Jordan Poole as a player individually. He doesn't have any of the drama of the whole Draymond stuff anymore. He's away from all of that. And now he can be a part of this rebuild. So in a couple years, if they actually are able to successfully rebuild, he might be that cornerstone of it. And let's just say he does actually go ahead and keep becoming a better player on the Wizards. And if they decide to trade him as well as part of this rebuild, they are going to be the ones who can actually bring his value up. The same way that like I said, with Kyle Kuzma, I don't think his value was as high as it was up until today. When before getting on the Wizards, his value was not all that high. Now leaving the Wizards, he is a lot more of a valuable player, and I think that's because he had the chance to shine in his role. And that's what we're going to be able to do for Jordan Poole as well. In regards to the other sides of this trade, right? I don't think that if you are the Wizards fan base, that you're liking how this is going so far, because if you think about what they've given up so far this offseason, they've given up Bradley Beal, they've given up KP, and now they've given up CP3. And all you could really say that they've gained is Jordan Poole, Tyus Jones, and a pick. And that pick is not anytime soon, right? I mean, yes, if you really want to say the couple second rounders that they've picked up too, but forget that, right? We're talking about I think they've only gotten one first round pick in all of these trades. That's not a good return on Bradley Beal, KP, and CP3. So far, I think that they've been had. I think I said it in my KP video that they've been fleeced. So that's how I feel about them. I don't think that they've made the best start to their rebuild. But again, whatever. If by the end of this all, Jordan Poole is able to raise his stock and he is later traded because he's, again, a young asset under contract for years to come, I think then they might be able to flip this and fix this rough start to the rebuild, if you want to put it that way, right? That's my thoughts. I don't think that there's much more to say on this one, because I don't think the Wizards are truly that relevant right now. And then when it comes to CP3, I don't think that this was a great trade for them, but more than anything, it was addition by subtraction, because you got rid of Jordan Poole, and by getting rid of Jordan Poole, I think it makes it more logical, more easy to make that payment to Draymond and Clay, because you keep hearing about this whole CBA agreement where they now got this second apron, and would they be able to afford the team afterwards? Well, you just took off. If you're looking at 3 years down the road, you don't have Jordan Poole's contract. In 2 more years, you're not going to have CP3's contract. This year is the only year that he's really on your books before a player option kicks in. I believe it's a player option. It could be a team option, but I'm pretty sure it's player option. So anyways, it's very, very short-term issue of having CP3 on your books versus what you would have had if you would have kept Jordan Poole. So with all that being said, of course, like and subscribe. If you guys think I missed the mark on somewhere on this, go ahead, comment it, let me know. But for me, if I was the Warriors, like I said, I just need to see one more move that will make me feel a little bit more confident in what we're doing here, right? I'm not against the trade. I'm actually for it. But I don't think it moved the needle the way that some of these other trades have so far this offseason. I think Bradley Beal's trade moved the Suns better. I think that the KP trade moved the Celtics better. This one, just a little bit, I guess. You know what I mean? Barely. So anyways, with all that being said, thanks for listening, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.